Yes, I love my coffee the most. Fair enough. Second most. Now, whether you like your Starbucks or the Chennai filter coffee or the lockdown special Dalgona, one thing is for sure, we all love our coffee. However, we are one of the lowest coffee consumers in the world. Granted, our ghar ki adrak wali chai, it's partly the reason. It's hands down the best tea in the world. Unfortunately, we can't say the same about our coffee. And every time I try to learn more about coffee, this is how all the experts sound. This 100% Arabica from Ethiopia is so well roasted. I can feel its heavy body and low acidity. And I'm enjoying the underlying nutty and chocolatey flavor in this.
अरे कहना क्या चाहते हो?
I did some research and turns out it's not that complicated to enjoy coffee. So, in the next couple of minutes, we will unlock every mystery about coffee with the help of 4 simple keys. Number 1, type of bean. There are majorly 2 types of beans, Arabica and Robusta. Arabicas are generally grown on higher altitudes. They are slightly sweeter and are more packed with flavor. As a result, tend to be more expensive. On the other hand, Robustas are grown on lower altitudes, they have more caffeine and are more bitter than Arabica. Do check for the type of bean before you purchase your coffee. Number 2, origin of beans. Coffee is best grown between Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn, also known as the coffee belt. While South American and African nations mostly produce Arabica coffee, Asia tends to produce Robusta. Despite coffee's birth in Ethiopia, Africa, Brazil today produces the highest amount with 40% of world share. Once the origin and type of bean are selected, raw beans must be roasted to bring out its true flavor. The amount of roast determines the amount of bitterness in the coffee, ranging from light, medium and dark. The type of roast will be mentioned on your coffee label. Experiment with different roasts to identify which suits you the most. Number 4, the last and the most important key, taste. There are 3 parameters to determine the taste of coffee. A. Acidity or sourness is the dry, bright, sparkling sensation that gives coffee its unique flavor. The lighter the roast in a coffee, the more acidic the coffee will be. B. Body is also a measurement of thickness of coffee. You know how milk is thicker than water? In the same way, coffee can also be thicker, also known as heavy-bodied, or thinner, known as light-bodied. To give you a comparison, the darker the roast, the heavier the body in a coffee. Flavor. It is the overall perception of acidity and body in your mouth. Some desirable flavors are fruity, sweet, mostly associated with lighter and medium roast, or earthy, nutty, chocolatey, associated with darker roast. Some undesirable flavors are bitter, carbon, watery. With the help of these 4 keys, you can better understand your raw coffee. However, coffee-based drinks are a whole different game. Do you ever remember approaching a menu at a Starbucks and wondering what these foreign words are? Don't worry, let's quickly decode some of the milk-based coffee drinks. The basic difference between a cappuccino and a latte is the ratio of milk to coffee. While in a latte, it uses 2/3 of steamed milk, a cappuccino uses 1/3 each of steamed milk and milk froth. My personal favorite, however, is a flat white. It uses double the coffee of a cappuccino, and because it uses microfoam milk instead of steamed milk, the underlying flavor of coffee is not suppressed. That was at cafes. However, you can also make good coffee at home. I am personally not a big fan of Starbucks because they tend to over roast their beans, killing all the flavor. If you are at home, I would recommend maybe a good flavor of Davidoff or Nestle's crafted coffees. In case you can splurge slightly more, go for some artisanal coffees, maybe a good Italian roast. Let me share an easy tip to make better coffee at home. We generally make the mistake of overboiling our water to make the coffee hot. Instead, preheat your empty cups, maybe in a microwave, and use warm water for coffee, as coffee tastes best when the water is just below boil at around 80 degrees Celsius. Hopefully, with the help of this video, you became more aware with the world of coffee. After all, the goal has been and will always be to get a delicious cup of coffee. To all the coffee lovers out there, Do share your coffee experience in the comments. Thank you.